The OnePlus 13, last year's best budget flagship, is back. But will it be just as loved as the OnePlus 12? Stay tuned to find out. The reason we loved the OnePlus 12 was the fact that, despite the cheaper cost and the budget status, you really didn't feel like you were getting a device that was less powerful or missing out on big premium features. That being said, the biggest miss from the OnePlus 12 was its cameras, and perhaps some more AI features could be implemented. However, we have some pretty interesting news in terms of these aspects. But before that, let's see what the OnePlus 13 is all about. Just before we get into the meat and bones of today's video, if you guys are enjoying the content, smashing the like button sure does help the algo, but just watching our stuff is already fantastic. Hit us up with a sub if you'd like to see more, and we'd also love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Alright, back to it. In the design category, they have kept things mostly the same, but they have made some changes, and they are good. The most noteworthy change is the flattening of the aluminium frame. This is a trend that we've seen with many phones recently. It looks bolder and a tad more premium. The front display is protected by Crystal Shield, which does a pretty good job at protecting from scratches and the sorts, and you get glass on the back. There are also eco leather back models which look cool and feel refreshingly different as well. In hand, it feels comfortable and premium, a decent amount of weight, which always helps to make things feel expensive, and we also appreciate that they kept the notification slider, which is an underrated feature we love. The display is absolutely smashing, a beautiful 6.8 2-inch window of color and dazzling light. It is basically flat, but there are slight curves, however they don't bend or interfere with the display's light in any way. The fingerprint reader is also well placed, a bit higher, and is 120% accurate and instant. Lovely stuff. It's an LTPO AMOLED 120Hz Dolby Vision HDR10 Plus panel that delivers fast, snappy and crisp visuals whilst getting bright enough to melt your eyebrows off at 4500 nits. Internally, they have always given us top tier specs. Stacked inside, we have the Snapdragon 8 Elite, and the thing just kicks ass. That, combined with 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs as standard, is a pretty capable, decent offering. You can also go all the way up to 24 gigs and 1 terabyte internally if you are a power hungry user. Oxygen OS has been and still is, in our opinion, one of the best Android skins on the market. It's snappy, quite clutter free and clean, and it's competing very well with the likes of One OS. Oh, and they also copied the dynamic island from Apple, which is one of the better features to copy if you ask us. All these things are good and well, but what about AI? They didn't delve into too many apps and features with AI, but there are now some AI features in the camera section which are fairly usable and provide a decent amount of value. With that being said, the cameras are still a bit of a miss. In good light, they actually do a decent job at capturing details and dynamic range, and we also like the color balance in most shots. The Hasselblad partnership definitely helps, but in low light conditions, it does fall apart a bit more than other premium phones. It's not that it really gets destroyed compared to other phones, it's just you can see that there's clear difference between this model and, let's say, other premium phones such as Samsung or Apple. Video recording is also okay, and you can shoot all the way up to 8K 30 and 4K 60, which is cool, but it's not going to compete with the iPhones or other top shooters. On the back, we get 3 50 megapixel cameras, a main camera, a periscope telephoto zoom, and an ultra-wide. The 32 megapixel cam on the front is a trustworthy shooter that will capture nice selfies and video calls. All in all, for a flagship, we give it a pass for cameras. But the next section is just out of this world and should set the standard for the industry: battery. Thanks to upgrades in battery technology, it actually got a bit lighter in weight and still fairly slim. However, the battery is now 6000 milliamps, a reserve that can now confidently be called a 2-day battery. You also get insane fast charging, 100 watts, 0 to 100 in 36 minutes, 50 watt wireless and 10 watt reverse wireless. We absolutely love to see these kind of stats with new releases. And wait until you hear about the price. It's still only $899. That's absolutely crazy. Hard to imagine the OnePlus 13 significantly improving over the OnePlus 12, but it really did. If you love the 12, the 13 is even better. It really is just an amazing device that feels and looks the part. From the brilliant screen to the internals and daily use, it's an awesome phone. If you're looking to upgrade, this should be damn near the top of the list. But that's just what we think. What did you guys think of our take on the OnePlus 13? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay under the spotlight.